They take me to the room, and he comes in right behind me, basically, right? You're
I was
like
right there.
2 steps behind me.
Yeah.
So she starts, so she gets me out, or she's like talking to me about getting me out of the wheelchair. And I don't think at this point, like, they knew it was serious, but I don't think they thought I was ready to push or anything.
Right.
So, they're still acting kind of casual about it. Not casual, but not in a rush.
They were somewhat rushed, but not really. They were just...
They thought I was just overreacting. I think a woman of 5 centimeters, so she's got plenty of time.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they get me in the bed because she's like, okay, we have to check you to see where you are and blah, blah, blah to know what's going on. And I literally couldn't even turn around because it was hurting so bad. I couldn't. I wanted to be on all fours. So I sat there on all fours through the contraction. And she kept, like, I think I even remember her, like, kind of nudging me to lay down. And I was like, I don't think so. Not during the contraction, at least. Anyway, so the contraction ended, and I turned around and laid down. And at that point, they're asking questions the whole time this is happening. They're all throwing out different questions, and we're trying to answer them. Oh, and she did ask if I wanted an epidural, and I did say no. You said, did I say no first or you? No, I said no, and you said it. I heard it right after him say it loud and clear, no. So she knew, because I don't think she could hear me because I said it really low. But anyway, so I'm laying down, and the lady, like, literally, the lady grabs my arm. Like, I'm laying down, and she grabs my arm, like just yanking it towards her to do the IV. And I literally yanked it right back because it made me so mad. And it was during a contraction. I'm like, dude, don't do this during a contraction. I actually told her that. I said, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not during a contraction, I think, is the words I let out. And then she starts, the other lady starts trying to put the monitors on at the same time, the Dopplers. And I said the exact same thing again. I said, not during a contraction, because it was all happening at the same time. And I'm having, like, this major contraction. Like, at this point, you are at your most painful.
And those nurses were rude.
They were very rude.
I even asked the nurse, I said, or I didn't really ask, I said, she needs to get up out of bed and move around. And the nurse replied to me, around. Well, she can do all the moving she wants in that bed.
In the bed. And they didn't want me to even sit up. Like, they didn't want me to do anything. But, and this was before they checked me. So anyways, so they go ahead and check me. And that is when she yells out, basically, she's a full incomplete. And that's when they all started going crazy, like trying.
4 or 5 people came in there.
Yeah, like all these nurses. It was all nurses. They all came in, basically throwing everything to get it ready for the baby, and throwing just everything. It was crazy. It was pretty intense, but it was crazy. But it was a good crazy. It was like perfect. So after that, she went ahead and checked me one more time. So I was checked twice. And I don't know if it was from her checking me that my water broke or what happened. But the same time she checked me, my water went everywhere. And so right after she did that, and right after my water broke from her, I guess it might have been with the pressure from her checking me. I'm not sure. The contractions were still just as hard. I mean, they're as hard as they could get. But I started having like a slight urge to push, but it didn't, I think I had another contraction first. Did I?
I don't know if you did. I wasn't aware of your contractions at that point, other than you being in pain.
Because I was just in pain the whole time at that point.
Yeah.
So he couldn't tell really when my contractions let off at this point.
Yeah.
Because it was just constant pain.
I was giving you ice chips to help you through everything.
So he was giving me ice chips to help me. It really, really helped through the contractions. I don't know why. Just maybe it was a lot of women talk about getting really hot during their labor at the end, and I think that's what was going on, because the ice chips were just like a lifesaver to me, and they didn't even want to give me that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They're trying to deny me ice chips, but he made them.
So as soon as the nurse checked her and her water broke,
soon after,
Abby yelled, yelled out, "Is the nurse checking me?"
No,
Or
I
what'd you
yelled
say?
out, "Get your hands out of
yeah.
me. Get
And,
your hand out of me," because I thought the nurse was checking me again. That's the only way I can describe it. Like,
and I
it
looked
felt
down there, and whenever she said that, I looked down there, and at the same time, me and all the nurses yelled at her to push.
He
because-
yelled, "It's the baby's head. Push."
Yeah, you need to push. So, one push, and that was it.
So that would be the best way I can explain it. For the baby's head coming out was it literally felt like the nurse's hand, her whole fist was balled up inside of me and like doing like trying to feel something or something. I don't know, but I could feel the baby move down. But I guess it could have been like the ring of fire type thing. I didn't experience a ring of fire, but that's the best way I can explain it. It wasn't a ring of fire to me. It felt like the nurse's hand like shoved in there. And then they yelled out, "No, it's the baby's head, push." So I pushed, all in one push. Little Miss Kaylee came out, and I could feel her entire body move through me and push her out. And that was really, it was all so intense, but man, it was amazing, like being able to feel that, because normally you're so numb, you don't feel any of that. And it was all really amazing.
Soar like the birds as far as the ocean's reach. I promise to give you all I have if you let me stand in the light of your love.
We wouldn't want it any other way. Like, if I was ever to go on to have another child, I would definitely do natural labor without any medicine.
Yeah, even for me, it's on another whole nother level for her having a baby naturally. But even for me, it was a blessing for me to be in there and see it and go through that whole experience. I definitely recommend people doing it. I'm thankful that the labor went through real quick. I was praying for that. I didn't want a long labor, long delivery, just because I know
We
how much
wanted
pain
to
this should
be
in.
able to labor at the house, though.
Yeah.
I didn't want
And
the
which
nurses and doctors
obviously
messing
we
with
did.
me,
Yeah.
and we obviously did.
Didn't
Which
even
was-
know
it
it.
was it was perfect.
Tell the date.
It is September 1st, 2016, and little Miss Kaylee is here.
What time?
6:28 a.m.
And how was it?
It was very interesting. No
What was interesting?
medicine
No medicine.
at all. Asked for an IV. I did ask for that. And she's like, nope. But that was because I was, when we came into the hospital, they brought me back and I was already complete, so, which is 10 centimeters, if you don't know. Fully finished, ready to go.
And then once we got in the bed, it took probably 10 minutes and she was out. If 10 minutes.
I don't think it was even 10 minutes because I had, 4 contractions in the bed, and my contractions were 1.5 to 2 minutes apart.
And how many times did you push?
She came out on the first push. I didn't even push before that. She was ready. That's why I was sitting like that in the car right over here, like when I turned around, because I had so much pressure down there I couldn't sit. It was horrible. But it was amazing, like, experiencing that. Even though it's scary looking back to ever do it again. But it's awesome that I can say I did it.
So you should experience it once in a
I think
lifetime.
you should experience it once, yeah. Now, if I would
Is
do it
there-
every time, I don't know. I wouldn't suggest doing it with your first because, like, I can only imagine pushing like I did with Austin forever. And that pain that you feel when you're pushing and like the baby coming out. I don't know if I could do that for an hour and 15
Well, Austin
minutes.
was a pretty big baby too.
He was a lot bigger baby also. She's 6 pounds.
Yeah, our first was over 8, so big difference. So what's the difference between epidural and natural, as far as what you can do?
You can do a whole video on that. That's a long discussion.
Yeah, but you can walk around with the epidural. You can't. You're
You can
laying there
walk
for most of
around.
the day,
Yeah, I think it's a better healing process for sure.
and they want to go ahead and get us out of here tomorrow.
Yep. And epidural, they never talked about getting me out the next day. So
Yep.
it's pretty nice, especially when you have kids waiting for you at home.
Yeah.
So that's good for us.
Yeah. It was nice with our first kid to stay in the hospital. You know, you're kind of scared to bring your kid home, but after 4 of them pops out, you're ready to go.
You know what to do. The nurse was giving me advice on how to nurse. That was so funny. I'm like, I know.
It's good to have a recourse.
Yeah, it's good to have a crash course really quick, but it was funny. I'm like, yeah, I remember. 2 years ago, I just did it.
All right, I'm gonna show Kaylee.
She's over there.
There she is.
And Daddy did his job by giving me ice chips the whole time.
There's
That was
baby
nice.
Kaylee.
Like right in front of us.
That's her good side.
Pull her hat back a little bit so you can see her hair. She didn't like that.
She's pretty mad. Okay, let's go back up. There you go. There you go. That's okay. We're gonna change her in a little bit. Put some of our clothes on her instead of these hospital clothes. There's her other good side. She has 2 good sides.
She latched straight on for nursing. So that's awesome. She didn't want to nurse this last time, but I think it's just because she was so tired from, she just got her bath because I held off on the bath for a while. I didn't want her temperature to be thrown off so bad. And then she didn't want to eat because she was so tired from screaming probably. Was she screaming, baby?
Yeah, she was. So what happened with the delayed?
Oh. Our nurse did not delay it. It was pretty upsetting. I was so mad. I just pushed this baby out and I feel like punching someone already.
Yeah.
During that time for the actual delivery, we got some crappy nurses. But, like the one since then, I think was really nice. And then our nurse right now, Cheryl, is awesome. So, so far the actual stay's doing good. It was just, I think, I don't know, they didn't have their stuff together because they weren't ready for me to be there. Maybe.
Yeah, it all happened so quick.
Yeah, but I did yell out before I actually pushed her out. I said, I want delayed cord clamping. Oh, your doctor already talked? Yes, my doctor already confirmed that. And then she sits there and cuts it off right away. Like, as soon as I pushed her out. And I said, I want delayed cord clamping. Well, I already clamped it, and it was about 30 seconds anyway, so you did it. I'm like, 30 seconds? I wanted 3 minutes. No, we already clamped it.
Yeah, and then a doctor came in about an hour later. Well, that's what happens whenever you have nurses deliver.
Yeah.
And then they got mad at us because we didn't want the vitamin K and the Hep B and all this other jazz.
The one nurse, not the other one. The other one didn't. She was fine with it.
Yeah.
She realizes parents' choice. And the placenta delivery was really easy. I was really scared after I delivered her going through that. I was like, oh gosh, what's the placenta delivery going to be like? But it wasn't bad. The worst part is the contractions you go through leading up to delivery and then pushing the baby out. So were you scared?
Yeah, I was scared. I think I was scared more than you.
Yeah, because I was in too much pain to be scared. So, would you rather an epidural birth or no epidural birth, no medicine birth?
Well, I like the new medicine just because this one went really well, so I don't know. You know, it's hard to tell with just one, but I like this one a lot more so far.
It went a lot faster than we're used to, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no
For sure.
Pitocin, nothing.
Yep.
Good to go.
Which they did put me on Pitocin afterwards, after I already delivered her, and didn't even tell me. I'm like, man, y'all could at least tell me if
Yeah,
you're
we thought
throwing
it was
me.
just fluids. Or
Yeah,
something.
I thought it was fluids, and then I asked you to look, and he's like, yeah, no, it's oxytocin. I'm like, thanks. Someone could tell us that. So were you scared on the drive over, though? Because you looked kind of nervous on the drive over. I didn't really pay attention too much, but I did glance once or twice.
I think I was more tired than nervous on the drive over.
So are you glad you finally woke up since you were sleeping forever?
Yeah, if we would have waited, we would have had her at home.
Well,
Alright.
you're a daddy to 4 now.
Yes.
Love
Alright.
you.
Love you.
Jacob did it too, right?
I don't know, I just remember Austin going
Yeah, I know.
crazy.
Austin did it to you like crazy. No, she's okay.
Just pee-pee.
I don't even. Oh yeah, I guess she has a tiny bit, not much. Let's see if we can get her to go poo poo at all. You need to go poo poo, baby? See, that feels weird. I don't know, she's kind of acting like she might go. Let me wipe her booty.
Alright, this is our last day. We're about to leave.
Yay!
That's
Last day, but we were only here for 2 days. Not even 2 days.
like a day and a half.
Yeah.
And it is 12:40. She was born on the 1st, today's the 2nd.
And we're going home. This is the fastest we've ever been going
Yeah.
home.
That's because we did it natural.
Mm.
Your recovery was a whole lot faster. Yeah, everybody's going to be excited to see us. Alright.
She's eating and ready to show you the outfit, but I'll probably put a picture in of her little outfit that she has on. She looks super cute. A little hard to get pictures of her though because she's not liking it.
She doesn't like the bright lights.
Yeah. She doesn't like the lights to get the good lighting. See, huh? So we managed to get something probably.
Do you have anything to say to Kaylee when she grows up and watches?
Mommy loves you, and you were the most interesting birth I've ever had. And I'm already proud of you.
Alright. Well, let's get ready and go.
What about you?
What about me? Daddy's proud of all my kids. I love you, Kaylee. And I pray that you follow God. When you grow up, you marry a godly person. You never stray away from the Lord. And remember, Mommy prayed for your birth, and God answered. God answered everything that Mommy prayed for. Always remember that. I love you. Alright, baby. I love you.
We just wanted to end it with this. I would say the most advice I can give you, first of all, Supernatural Births is a really great audio to listen to. Number one. Number two is, I think, this might sound silly, but you have to find your inner peace. You have to focus on not get the epidural out of your mind. If you have the epidural in your mind, you will not, I don't believe you can succeed too well. This is my advice of what helped me. So getting the epidural out of my mind. Also the inner peace, I just needed to find my strength. Say, I can do this. This is what we're meant for. This is what women have been doing for many, many years. And that really helped getting that in my mind, just thinking about it, talking to my husband about it almost every night coming up to the birth. And focusing through the contractions and breathing through the contractions. The breathing did not help at the end. I even think I told my husband that breathing is crap whenever they're this painful. But you can do it if this is what you want. I know I said pain 100 times through the video because it is painful, but the experience is so worth every second of that pain. And it's not pain you can't make it through. You can make it through. It's pain you won't be able to make it through if you don't prepare yourself. If you mentally prepare yourself, even physically, bouncing on the ball, or I did squats a lot. Once I reached my, it was almost 36 weeks. So once I hit 36 weeks, I knew I was out of the clear with all the short cervix and a high risk pregnancy, and I started doing squats a lot, and I started walking a lot. Because I knew from my previous pregnancies that helps during labor, and I also knew that it just helps everything move faster and quickly for labor and delivery, and that's what you want at the end. You don't want to sit for a 25-hour labor. So, but yeah, that would be my advice, is to prepare your body mentally and physically. Find your inner peace. It sounds so silly saying that, but you have to. If you don't put confidence in yourself, like my husband was still doubting it towards the end, not right before, but towards the end, he was still kind of doubting it, like, can you really do this? And I finally looked at him, I said, I don't have any fear of going into it with naturally. So why are you? Because I need you to stand up and not have the fear to help me through it. And I said that, and ever since I said that, he totally changed his mindset. And listening to Supernatural Births, I think, really changed his mindset. I think that's what did it. Because that's all it talks about. And then on out, it was he knew what I wanted. He wanted it after that, and it went perfect. So that is our labor story. I wish my hubby could have said bye, but the video died on us earlier, so you missed him saying bye. But so anyways, that's my advice to you. Let me know if you're trying for a natural labor and delivery. It was just all perfect. It was the best experience in the world. Our other children's labor and delivery was great. It's just a whole different experience. From sitting on your phones, checking Facebook statuses, sitting in the hospital, to like running in the hospital. It was like a movie scene, seriously. Like everybody's saying, can I help you? Can I help you? Like the nurses that were holding the door open, and I'm sitting there leaning over, like can't even stand. It was just like a crazy movie scene, but it was picture perfect. We have such an amazing story to tell Kaylee as she grows up, and it was a perfect birth for our last delivery. If we ever had another child, I would definitely go natural again, which we're not planning on. This is our last, so she is our last baby, but I honestly kind of wish that we would have tried it earlier so we could have experienced it more than once, but it was perfect. But I will leave you with that. I hope you enjoyed our labor and delivery story. I hope you enjoyed it, huh? Oh, she's tired. She needs to go night-night. So, we'll see you later. Bye.
My heart melts with a glimpse of your smile, the tender eye. I step back